Hey everyone, today we're going to go over DSCRs. What are they? How do you calculate them? Because the more you know about them, understand them, the more power you have when you're out there looking for either a refinance or purchase. We literally look at hundreds of different products every month to see what the best product is out there. We believe the more you know, the better prepared you're going to be. Below we have a handout that you could actually go through and put in your own numbers, because I think the more you do yourself, the better at this you'll get. DSCR loans are the loans that don't require income, at least income verification. Doesn't matter how long you've been in a job or owned your company. It's all based on the rents of the property and will it cover the cost of the loan. And don't worry, there's actually DSCRs out there now that you don't even have to cover your expenses, your monthly payments, taxes, insurance, or HOA. So there's all kinds of tools that you could use out there in the DSCR. I think what we need to do is just kind of go through an example. You, when you're looking at a property, could use the calculations, do the calculations, and feel comfortable making sure that property fits in a DSCR loan. Because what you find with DSCR, the cash flow matters to you, and it also matters to the lender. So the better the cash flow, the better the terms, the better the rate. Yes, you could get DSCR loans with really no income coming in at all, but you're going to pay for it in loan to value and your rate. Let's go through some numbers. Let's pick a loan amount. We're going to say our loan amount is for $200,000. And just to keep everything simple, we're going to say our rents are $2,000 a month. And this is where you take the sheet or a piece of paper, write in your own numbers as we go through it, just so you can feel comfortable. Maybe your numbers in your area are 100,000 or maybe it's 400,000. Whatever it is, just so you understand the components of the DSCR loan. Next, we have to add what are the costs associated with that property, because we know the income, which is the rents. Now we just have to have the cost. We're going to look at taxes, insurance, and HOA. If you have HOA, not every property has HOA. If you have an annual number, you're going to have to divide that. We need to get it into a monthly number. Let's just say, for example, your annual taxes are $2,400. We're going to divide that by 12, and we're going to get our monthly cost for the taxes. Anything that you have that's annual, make sure you divide it to get a monthly number. Next is insurance. Let's just say our insurance is $1,800. Once again, we're going to divide that by 12, and we're going to come up with $150 per month. HOA is typically just a monthly fee, and in this case, let's just go $250. DSCR loans are not going to get into any of the property management costs associated with, if you're paying utilities, anything else like that. It's the basic three that they're going to go over, which is taxes, insurance, HOA, added to the payment for your mortgage. All of these numbers added up, we're going to add $600. If you had the $200, the $150, $250, you're going to get $600 a month in cost other than your payment. Once we have this figured out, now we're going to look at a couple different options for a loan for the $200,000. DSCR is becoming very sophisticated in that they offer 30-year fixed, 40-year fixed, interest only, 3, 5, and 7-year ARMs, all those kind of different products. What you're looking for is what best fits you. And if it's cash flow, you need to just run all the numbers. To calculate each of the 30-year or 40-year, anything that's amortized, you could just run out to like calculator.net, put in the dollar amount, go into financial, amortized loans, and you put in the loan amount, and then you put in the interest rate. But we're going to use an interest rate of 8% on everything, just to make it easy as we go through this. What you're going to find is there's probably a different interest rate for each one. You're going to have to get that, plug them into a calculator like calculator.net. If we had a 30-year mortgage at 8% for $200,000, our payment is going to be $1,468 a month. The 40-year, if we put the 40-year into calculator.net, we take the 40-year, so this is ammed over, this is 360 months. This is 480 months. The $200,000, we're going to keep the interest rate the same. Payments on the 40-year are $1,390. And then interest only, all you really need is a simple calculator. All you do is take the $200,000 times the 8%, that comes out to $16,000 a year in interest. And you divide that by 12. The 200 times the 8% equals 16,000. And you take that 16,000 and you divide it by 12. And this you get $1,333. We're going to leave the cents alone. So here what you're going to find out is there's different payments for, of course, your different interests. So if you're looking for the best cash flow, you might go with the interest only. If you're looking for something that at least amortizes, you're going to probably look at a 30-year. But you need to know all of your numbers to understand, number one, what you qualify for, because we're going to go through that here coming up, or does the rent cover all these expenses? And we're going to find out if you go 1-to-1, meaning the rents cover everything, is the minimum requirement where you start getting into better rates and better terms. But now that we have all our raw information, we have the loan amount, we have all our expenses, and we have our payments, now we have to figure out exactly where this stands on a DSCR calculation. What we do in each example, the 30-year, the 40-year, and the interest only, we add the two numbers together. So we add the 600 plus the 1468. And for the 30-year, it's 2,068. On the 40-year, we do the exact same thing. Add the 600 and add the 1,390, and you get 1,990. And these calculations you should be able to do on your own property, everything that you're looking at. Like I said, make sure you're doing this too, because the more you get used to it, the easier it is. Next, we're going to put in the interest only. So it's 1,333 plus the 600. So we're at 1,933. So now we have all of our numbers. So this is all the expenses based on different DSCR products, meaning a 30-year product, 40-year product, or an interest-only product. Now the interest only is interest only for either a 5 or 10 year. Each loan has its own interest only period, then it has an amortization period. So make sure you understand what is the interest only period and when it ends. We have another video in this series coming up that just goes over how to calculate, how to understand the interest only period and the amortization period, when it changes on you, what you have to worry about or think about when it changes on you. So now that we have our numbers, we go into the calculation. So we put our rents here. This is just rents. So we put the 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, because the rents stay the same. The only things that's changed are the actual cost of the loan. And that's where we put the cost of the loan. So we put over here what we pay out every month to keep that property. So now we have the rents and we have the costs. Now we're just going to do some calculations to divide 2,000 by this number to see what we come up with. Of course, we're looking for anything that equals at least 1. Anything greater than 1 is better for you because it means more cash flow coming in. And it's also better for the lender because just like you who wants more cash flow, the lender also likes to see more cash flow. Talking about likes, if you could like this video, it helps us and it helps others. Just hit the like button when you have a chance. We appreciate it. If we do the math over here, we're going to find that this equals 0.967. And down here we have the 2,000 divided by the 1990. Remember, use your own numbers in here. It's great to look at this, but when you actually practice it yourself, you're going to get the feel of it. You're going to be able to do this over and over. This comes back to 1,005. And then the 2,000 divided by that is like 1.034, somewhere right in there. Now we know this is our DSCR calc. So this is our debt service coverage ratio. That's what we've done here by taking all of our expenses, including our loan choices, adding them up and dividing them into the rents. And we get this one right here, which shows that it's under 1, which means there's options, there's products out there for this, but when you get past the 1% where the rents and the expenses equal, the lenders are going to, of course, charge you more because there's more risk in it for them. There's more risk in it for you because if someone stops paying, you're already in a negative cash flow. It's even going to go higher. Sometimes having a little bit of negative cash flow is better than having a lot of negative cash flow. especially if you're sitting on a hard money loan right now. And then these two, very similar, but they're just over 1%. We had a great interest only loan, and maybe this was like $1,500, and this came back at like 1.4 or 1.5. The higher this number, with a lot of lenders, the better you're going to get for rate and term and all those things. If you have any questions on this, I would just run through this again, run through like 3 or 4 examples that you actually see out there, put in your numbers, find out the rents, go to rents.com or Zillow, find out what your rents are, figure out what your expenses would be so you could quickly run through any property you're looking at and be able to calculate the DSCR. That way when you go into a loan or talking to a lender, you're gonna already know what you're up. Are you in the negative or in the positive, or do you have to get this property down maybe $20,000 to get it into the positive? Those are the things you wanna look for. If you have any questions, we'd be glad to help you. Just email us. If you have a deal, we could run through it. Anything we could do to help you become better at this and have choices in the DSCR world.